Other, each these birds, handi, hasu, they cannot walk, they don't have bones because the chicken is produced 2 kilo weight of meat, 2 months, all that it takes. But for a chicken to produce its bones and to be healthy, it takes 2 years. And the bones are the place where bone marrow exists, and that's where you produce your roga nirodhaka shakti, the immunity to fight the diseases from outside. And that's what mother's milk does, called colostrum. When the first milk baby takes, it gives all the antibodies required for 6 to 7 months till the baby produces the antibody by himself or herself. So God has made all arrangements. We don't want at all, because we are ready with all vaccines. It's so much so that we have bird flu, swine flu, mad cow disease. Match the following. I am making you fools by telling this. H1N1, H5N1, H6N1, there is H entry protein, N exit protein. Now we have H16, N25 combinations. Meat producing so-called human race can produce all the viral infections. Someone ate pig meat in Mexico, came to Bangalore, coughed, 1,800 fellows died 4 years ago. We call it swine flu. Now bird flu. Hundreds and thousands of birds are being, as we speak, they are burning them. And just 8 years ago, they have burnt millions of cows in Europe and America. For what? In the name of producing meat. They are feeding all this great wheat. In the 70s and 80s, they produced tons and tons and tons of wheat and fed these animals and produced this meat. And people are thinking there is no problem eating meat. Eat meat. Oh, red meat is very bad. They tell, oh, their research, cholesterol, triglycerides, this, that, everyone is scared, but continue to eat because doctors are ready with their pills. Triglycerides one pill, cholesterol another pill, this another pill. Okay, doctor, how many pills I take? Morning one, evening one, night one. How many days? No problem, take lifelong. This is not what I am saying. This is the doctors telling people. In fact, one step ahead, you may leave your wife, but not this tablet, for your kind information. I have not said this. One of the patients comes and tells me that the doctor told me like this. The doctor has good sense of humor. You can leave your wife, don't leave the tablet. So it's okay with us to live with the pills, but we do not want to think of a method of living healthily, because we have now got 8-year-olds becoming diabetic, 6-year-old menstruating, 20-year-old boys taking BP tablets. Young people cannot lift 25 kilos bag of rice. People who cannot sit for 25 minutes on the floor. So what are we talking? We are losing the fertility of the soil one side. We are not getting rains properly, no water. Bangalore alone requires 16 TMC of water for the amount of, and you are not going to have any more TMC coming up because KRSL neerilla. There is no water there. So where is Sujalam, where is Suphalam? ನೀರು ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ತಾನೇ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ. ಆ ನೀರು ಬಿದ್ದರೂ the soil doesn't have the microbes. There is no fertility left. And that is all due to the way we are treating our soil to produce what? Food in quotes. Let us see. The whole world now eats only 3 things: rice, wheat, meat. Remaining things are all sides. So how are we producing? Tons and tons of urea, tons and tons of DAP, tons and tons of superphosphate, tons and tons only. So when we pour that much fertilizers and pesticides, I have not come to pesticides, it's a different story altogether. We are thinking, we are producing food, and we are eating, and no one wants to take all this data into consideration. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬುಡ್ಬುಡು ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ? ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ? ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇ ಕಾಲು ನೋವು, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಿಡಿಲ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್, ಮೊಣಕಾಲು ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ದೇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದೇ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವರು ಹಾಕಿರೋದು ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೂದಲು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಬಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್, 20-year-old ಬಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೂದಲು ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಆ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯೋದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಯುವರ್ ಹೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ. ಹೋಮಿಯೋ ಕೇರ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕೂರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ದೇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಇವರು ಕೂರಿಸಿರೋದು ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 3 monthsಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಕೂರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಅನುಕೂಲ ಸಿಂಧುಗಳು ನಾವು, ಓ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್, ಸೀತರು ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹೇಮಮಾಲಿನಿ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಬಂದು ಆವು ತೋರಿಸಿ ಕುಡೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕು. Water is a polar molecule. When it flows through anything, even stone is cut. That's how the Grand Canyon is formed. Go and look at it. So it will take the chemicals that you are using for this bottle preparation. They claim, oh, this is food grade, this is medicine grade, this is that grade, this is this grade. We have done wonderful science. But sorike, things do come into the water and makes these nanoparticles go and coat your small intestines and does not allow the absorption of micronutrients like selenium, copper, zinc. So this so-called food, so-called water is making our intestines hydrophobic, not hydrophilic. We need to love water, instead our intestines are disliking water. They are not taking water. So only if you absorb water properly, all these nutrients that are soluble in can go into your bloodstream. Hence, ನನಗೆ ಬಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದರೆ ಈ ತೈಲ ಹಚ್ಚ್ರಿ, ಆ ತೈಲ ಹಚ್ಚ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರುಗಳು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ, ಅಮಿತಾಬ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂದಲು, ನಮ್ಮ ತಿರುಪತಿ ತಿಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಣ್ಣ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಟಿ ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ತಂದು ಬಣ್ಣ ಹಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೇಶ, just the hair alone can tell your health. And this is the sad story. So we don't know what to drink. The water that we are drinking is not potable. Long ago, ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಋಷಿ ಪುಂಗವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೋದ್ರು ಒಂದು ತಾಮ್ರದ ಚೆಂಬುವನ್ನು, ಕಾಪರ್ ಚೆಂಬು they used to carry. That's the only metal. The free d electrons are running around and your water molecule is polar. It gets structured if you keep water in the copper vessel for 5 to 6 hours. Besides, these free floating electrons can kill the virus, the bacteria, including virus. For your kind information, no filter, no technology can kill viruses. The moment the DNA, RNA comes into your body, it will start its business. But tamrada patre, copper vessel, if you put water for 5 to 7 hours, the twacha, the whole thing gets killed. The problem now is, you go to any doctor, my daughter is obese, chapati tinnu. Doctor, I am diabetic, chapati tinnu. So there is a concerted effort on these fertilizer companies to push wheat all over the world, everywhere on this planet Earth. Every fellow who is there with two legs has to eat wheat or meat. This wheat is a grain used to grow very rare hullu in Europe, some cold places where there is lot of water being stored, Kere, Kunte, all these places. And by accident, after this war was over, this chemical called diammonium nitrate just leaked, and then this wheat started growing in large quantities in that area. All at a sudden, the so-called scientists figured this out. Okay, I'll make DAP. The reason is they are producing so much bomb material, they had to decommission, because every day you cannot go to war, you know. So there is left out bomb material everywhere. Every country starts decommissioning these chemicals and started producing the Gobra. So call the fertilizer companies, nave duddu kodtivappa, take this. So continuous production of fertilizers started like that in our so-called England and America. The moment they started producing, sadly their conditions do not allow the agriculture to be done all throughout the year. Only 4 months or 5 months, because it is so cold they cannot grow anything. So in the summer time they will grow these grains. So they produce lots of it. But what do? We have put these companies. So start working on, in the name of green revolution, they distributed all these fertilizers, and then they said wheat is wonderful. Eat this, it's very good for you. Everything, for anything and everything, wheat. And then they produced so much so that they started feeding animals, pigs, cows, chicken, produce tons and tons of this meat. While producing that, they produces viruses. Oh, that is nothing to do with this. This is nothing to do with. We have a medicine which will cure this. We have a medicine which will cure it. So keep producing diseases, keep producing medicines. You see, all these things are connected. It is not that we are doing what we are doing for no reason. Why all doctors are asking you to eat chapati? They don't know why they are telling. These companies slowly fine tune you. So chapati tindre yaru sannagagilla illi tanka, no one has reduced their weight, because it is complete carbohydrate, has got only 1% fiber, and that 1% fiber is also bleached off using alloxan. Alloxan is a chemical that is used in biological labs to produce diabetes. ಅಪ್ಪ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸಾಕು, ನೂಡಲ್ಸ್ ತಿನ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಅಮಿತಾಬ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೀವು ಮುದುಕ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ಮಾಧುರಿ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಬಾಬಾ ರಾಮದೇವ್ ನೂಡಲ್ಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೂಡಲ್ಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಈ ಗೋಧಿ ಹಿಟ್ಟಿಂದಾನೆ. and it has absolutely no fiber. So you feed your babies, daughters, sons, with lot of love these noodles, because Amitabh Bachchan is telling appa bekagilla, amma bekagilla. What do you get? The percentage of kids getting diabetes is on the rise alarmingly, because it is now 8% all over the world. I can't believe this nonsense. ಎಲ್ಲ 60 ವರ್ಷ 50 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದ ಈ ರೋಗ is now touching the kids at the age of 8, 16, 25, 30, 35, 40. So much so that WHO announces India has already got 25% of people diabetic. By 2025, 50 people out of 100 will be diabetic. All are very happy. Chappale tatri. Who is happy? The companies are happy because they are selling machines to check your glucose level in the morning, before and after. Machine is free. The strip is 30 rupees. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇ, ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ತಿನ್ನಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇ?